Another meeting has taken place between Jadon Sancho and Juventus today. Guys, it's on. Meanwhile, it is emerging now that Man United was offered an opportunity to sign John Duran, and they said no. I'm going to explain to you why as I give you an update on the situation to do with Mbeumo. What's going on? All that tonight. Welcome to the Network Sport. My name is Webb. It's been a sad day for football, but guys, we've got to pick ourselves up from this bad ordeal and be strong for the family of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Let's all stand up, be firm, talk football, and look ahead to what's coming. Welcome to the Network Sport. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know whether you've started earning online. Those of you who have learned, tell me, how is it going for you? Are you putting in the work? If you haven't learned, what are you waiting for? For those of you who are giving me testimonies, thank you so much. It's beautiful to see that you're putting in the work. But guys, so here's the thing. Ben Jacobs today has been hot and firing on all cylinders, speaking about how Manchester United is planning from Rasmus Hojlund and what they plan for the player, and the club is there at odds with each other. The club is looking to go beyond Rasmus Hojlund. Hojlund is trying to prove himself, and he's got a long contract, so it's within his right to try and prove himself. But the club is saying, we are past you. We're looking for a buyer. If we can find one giving us good money, we would rather get Oli Watkins. I told you before about Oli Watkins. He's really serious on the list for Man United. They would rather get Oli Watkins, proven in the Premier League, then, because Ruben Amorim views or rates Joshua Zirkzee higher than Rasmus Hojlund. He would rather elevate Joshua Zirkzee, try to mold him into a 9 as backup, learning from Oli Watkins and then Chido Obi. So that seems to be the plan. But of course, right now, in-house, what's going on first at Man United is trying to sort the Mbeumo situation. Are they crossing the line? Because they have been sort of going back and forth with Brentford over a few extra pounds, and the structure of the deal, the add-ons, the structure of the add-ons, they have got to make sense. I've been saying this for a long time. Whereas Man United has agreed terms with the player to every detail, his contract, how he's going to play in the team, the medical debt, all that on the player's side has been sorted. But the green light has got to come from Brentford. Brentford are playing the long game. I'll keep singing that. I said it from the first week of this transfer. Brentford chose the long game. It's still going on, and it's a win for them. They want to milk it as much as they can. But United is not done yet. So we want to first get this done, over and done with, as we get into the striker situation. So the first approach for United from Mbeumo will be to clear out players. That's where Jadon Sancho comes in. Today, there were talks a few hours ago between his camp and Juventus. These are now, I think, about the third round of talks probably. Everything is happening so fast. He wants to join Juventus. Juventus wants him. Napoli did want him, but Napoli are beginning now to also admit that probably Juventus is ahead of them. Juventus have the options of the loans, the players they offered, any of them Man United wants. If they don't want that option, they are also willing to pay the £25 million that Man United want if it would be cash. If it has to be cash, £25 million is what United would take. So Sancho to Juventus is really imminent. It could be the first clearance we make after sorting this Mbeumo situation. Now, it turns out that Man United was offered the chance to sign John Duran, who is at Al Nassr. That United had the opportunity to sign him, but they said no before he started going deep into talks with Fenerbahce, where he looks destined to go. United had the opportunity, but they said no. Why? Not because he's a bad player. He had scored a few goals, proven that he can be good in the Premier League. But his wages, if United were to meet all his wages for a whole year in a loan move, meaning if the player performed well, United would want to keep him but maintain those wages, which they did not negotiate themselves. These were negotiated at the levels of the Saudi market. So United would rather not go into a mess like that, which makes sense to me. They would rather not go into such a mess. So they opted out of the deal for John Duran. So I think that's a good business decision made. That's a good, well thought decision. That yes, whereas he's a young, good, promising player, the conditions, maybe if he first goes to Fenerbahce, comes down, he's still young, there's still time to get him in the future if you need to. But if you have options, go for them. So which for me, I think is okay. So that's what's happening with Man United. Quite a number of things should be, of course, going on. We know that among the other positions now we need to sort is the goalkeeping department. Is Andre Onana staying? If he does he stay as a number one, or is there a need to bring in another number one? What happens with Altel Bindale? All these things now will be done because preseason is starting early next week on Monday. So players will be back to know what's going on. It's time to work. Holiday is done. Professional football is like military stuff. It's war. It's so hard. It's so hard. So intense. Yeah. So let me know what you think, guys, of the situation at Man United. I know you by now you should have wanted to hear one thing: Mbeumo is done. But guys, it's a process. Brentford are playing their cards. I mean, they've got they're in control of this. It's us who want. We've got to be patient. I mean, it depends on how much you want him. If you want him, be patient and dance to their tune. If you can't, move on. So that's the situation. But it seems to be for me that Man United will certainly sign Mbeumo sooner rather than later, indeed. But yeah, that's it. Subscribe, like, and share, and come learn and earn how you can earn online. Guys, I'm waiting for you to come and understand how the internet pays so that you too can earn from it. Peace, have and have.